In a world full of podcasts, you have choices. Make yours count. Don't miss out. Tech Pop Boom.
Hello and welcome to another wonderfully exciting episode of your favorite podcast, Tech Pop Boom, starring your two wonderful hosts, Scott and Brandon. I'm Scott.
And I'm Brandon.
Hey, today's episode, we're going to talk about, actually, hold on, let me go to this week's. Okay, this week's show notes. I had last week's show notes. Okay, this week we'll be talking about a couple shows Brandon and I are going to watch on Netflix. There's a movie. Brandon's got some tech news. I got some music I'll talk about. And I'm just going to roll with the punches. So before we get punched too hard, Brandon, what the heck have you been up to since the last time I talked to you?
Well,
what's new, brother?
Well, my power went out like maybe 2-3 days ago. There was like a severe thunderstorm, like maybe like Wednesday or whatever.
Yeah, we lost power for a little bit, yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, over here where I lived, it actually got really dark. And then it just, like, almost like it was night. I thought I was late for work. You know, I work nights. Because I was like, oh, my God, it's dark outside. So, I got up. Because, I was like, oh, my God, wait. So, it just got black. And the next thing you know, the lights went out. But I found out something interesting. My T-Mobile phone does not work when the power goes out.
I don't understand your T-Mobile phone.
Yeah, the Windows phone. Which is my Windows phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does not
Why doesn't it work? Why?
It said no service on it. I have no clue why. I guess I'm assuming that they have a generator kind of like thing going, and I guess I don't know. Maybe the generator wasn't working. They don't have a power backup or anything, but it said no service. Because I was gonna go read my emails and play on the internet since I had power to my laptop, and you know what? I'm like, what the hell? So yeah, no service. But my Sprint phone worked perfectly. So
that's crazy.
That is crazy. So now I don't know. Maybe I don't want T-Mobile now if it won't work in the middle of apocalypse.
Well, that's a very good point. So is all T-Mobile like that?
I don't know.
What about your sisters? Your sisters would know. Your sisters have T-Mobile.
I should ask. I should ask my sister when the power goes out. Does your T-Mobile phone stop?
Yeah.
Because here in this whole area was out. It was so. I guarantee you it's probably a tornado. When I was on my way to work, it started back working maybe halfway down the road because it was power like maybe like halfway to work, then it started to work again because they have power. But man, I don't know if it's not going to work in an apocalypse. I don't know if I want T-Mobile. I want my phone to be working when a meteor's coming, a snowstorm, rain, zombies. I want it to work.
I don't blame you. Yeah, when. It's just like DirecTV. I always talk, so get DirecTV, get DirecTV. Well, we have DirecTV at work. And I tell you, we have like in the break room. And anytime there's a storm, I tell you that it goes out.
Huh.
I mean, if you blow a fart at the TV, that damn thing goes out. So,
yeah.
And it's like when there's any kind of an emergency or a storm, that's when you want your device or your TV to work. And if that's the case, if your phone isn't going to work when there's a storm, obviously that's something you need to look into. I still say, Brandon, as much of a geek as you are, I would say screw T-Mobile. If I were you, I would go with that Google Fi.
Go with Google Fi? Okay.
Yeah.
They're offering my phone, that 5X, for $199.
Oh, I would get it now.
I almost debated it, but I'm like, you know what? Already have like two phones sitting in front of me, like right now. Do I really need a third one?
Yeah, but you're a player. As many deals as you have going down,
How
you're a celebrity.
how am I gonna
You need
carry
three
three
phones.
phones? How am I gonna carry three phones?
Get the Batman utility belt. Just you get the Batman utility belt. You got Batman versus Superman coming out. You'll fit right in.
I mean, I
One.
carry two already. I mean, one of them I carry is because it has my window, it has all my email on. The other one's
Mm-hmm.
more like my telephone because everybody has this number, and I tell everybody the new number when my old
Mm-hmm.
number works. And plus, I still got to pay for it for the end of the lease, so I carry it. But man, a third phone. But trust me, I thought about it. I really, really thought about getting that phone. I was almost close to clicking that button, and I said, Brandon, what are you gonna do for a third phone? Where are you gonna put it? Wait, are you even gonna carry it? So basically, the Windows phone is what am I gonna do? So I gotta give everybody the number. Okay, never. And I said never mind. Okay, I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait.
Well, if I were you, I would recommend just waiting for your Sprint to. When does your contract with Sprint
I
expire?
think it 2017. I think. I
Oh,
think
you
it's
got a
2000.
while.
I got a
I would just
while.
I would wait it out and just get rid of Sprint. That's the first thing you need to
Yeah,
do.
that's what
And
I think I'm
then
gonna do.
once you get rid of them, then figure it out.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait until maybe they'll have a new maybe they'll have Project Error. Era, sorry. Maybe that'll work.
Yeah, yeah, you never
Maybe
know.
they'll have. Maybe that'll be there. Maybe I don't know. Maybe some new device that we don't know will work. Maybe they have
Yeah.
holograms in 2017. But
Stranger things have happened.
so what's up with you? What have you been doing since?
Well, I just minutes before we started this podcast, I just finished watching Pee Wee's Big Holiday.
Ooh, see, I was gonna watch that. Oh, I was
Yeah,
gonna watch it after our podcast because I really
yeah.
wanted to see that. Okay,
Usually
so
that's reversed. Usually you're the one who sees it before me, but this time I actually saw it before you.
yeah. Only because I was watching Chuck, but we'll get in that in a second. But
Yeah.
but okay, what did you think about it? Because I mean, without telling me details, because I'm about to hit it right after we're done with this.
I thought it was fun. You can tell Paul Rubens has aged, but not to the point where it doesn't ruin anything. It's just funny. You look at Pee Wee, with the Big Adventure, and you look at him now, and obviously he's aged. I almost wish he wouldn't have waited so long to do another movie. I mean, he should have released a movie years ago. But at any rate, as far as this movie is concerned, it's fun. It's a fun movie. It's everything you'd want. It's like a road adventure. It's very similar to Pee Wee's Big Adventure, where he sets off on this big adventure,
Okay.
and he meets new interesting people along the way. And it's it takes place in his own little Pee Wee universe, just like how the first movie did. And it's great that it's on Netflix. Um, I thought it was fun. I thought it was a good movie. I mean, it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't like Full House came out on Netflix a few weeks ago, and I was never. I guess I shouldn't say that. At the time when it came out, I was younger. I enjoyed it, but you have memories of something of a TV show like
Yeah.
when you were a kid, and you remember it a certain way, and then you watch it 10 years later, and it's like, oh, it hasn't aged well. It's terrible. Well, long story longer, that Full House, it's called Fuller House on Netflix. I tell you what, Brandon, it was unwatchable. It was terrible.
It was unwatchable because I was getting ready to
Oh,
ask you what did you think of it
well,
because that was my next one
well,
after that.
I tell you, that's my review. It's unwatchable. The first one, I don't know how many episodes there were, but I couldn't get through them all. I watched too many because I thought, well, I want to at least finish the season, but I couldn't. The first episode, for at least from what I saw, was the only episode that featured every single person, like all the people you know. And by the second episode, it was just the girls. The show revolved around the girls.
Huh.
And yeah, Uncle Jesse wasn't really. He made a few appearances, very few. When I say few, he was in the first episode, maybe one other one that I saw, maybe two. And then the father was only in one episode, well, two that I saw. Joey was in two. It doesn't. It was not good. I wasted too much time talking about it now. There was one of the things making headlines was the one girl who plays Stephanie Tanner. She was wearing this scantily clad shirt that showed up her boobs, and everyone was talking about that. And it's funny, you got this show.
I might have to watch that now.
It's supposed to be. I think they're going out of their way to be G-rated, but yet you have Stephanie Tanner with her boobs hanging out of her shirt that's going to pop out at any second. It's like, well, I don't understand. You're writing this show that's supposed to be G-rated for kids, but yet you got this large-breasted girl bouncing up and down.
Well,
and
maybe
anyway,
maybe because they know that guys would watch it, because guys are going to watch that show.
It must, because the week it was released, a lot of people were talking about that. But again, like I was saying,
don't waste my time, basically.
Well, I'm not going to say don't waste your time. If you're interested, watch it. But I'm telling you, it was terrible, just terrible. But Pee-wee, as far as the Pee-wee movie, thumbs up for me. I thought it was a lot of fun. It was not a disappointment. It was everything you want it to be. Could it have been better? Sure, why not? But I'm not taking anything away from it. I thought it was a good movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just curious because I was like, I wonder if it's going to be good. But I think I read somewhere, I can't remember which article, I'm going to have to probably find it and probably post it, where the reason why he took so long, because they didn't think that nobody would buy it. It would have never made never made any money, so nobody wanted to produce it. And then Netflix came along and said, yeah, we'll produce it for you. Shit, we'll give you the money. Hell, why not?
I don't know how well it would have done in the theaters. That's why I think Netflix was probably the perfect place for it. I just don't know. I don't know how good it would have done, but it doesn't matter because it wasn't released in theaters. You can speculate all you want. It was released on Netflix, and it was perfect.
Yeah.
It's awesome that you can just sit down, your lazy boy, and watch it. It was cool.
Okay.
It was really cool. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch that. But I was watching Chuck. Now you remember how you were rewatching your shows? You said.
I was watching.
Go ahead.
Breaking Bad. Yeah,
Breaking Bad. Okay, you were watching Breaking Bad. Go ahead. But so I said, So my Netflix, it'll say what shows to really want to watch, and they give you like a streaming, recommended for you, and then new shows. If you look at your Netflix on the computer, I don't know if it does on tablets and everything, but I saw Chuck. Now I have the DVDs of all the Chucks except for the very last season. I don't have season 5.
Oh.
So I sat here for a second. I should have been watching Better Call Saul. I should have been watching the end of Shameless because I didn't finish Shameless. I should have been watching all these shows, but no. What did I do? I ended up clicking Chuck, okay, and I ended up watching. I think I'm on season 3. I don't know if any Chuck fans are out there, but I'm at the part where he gets the new intersect. But okay.
Oh, great! You ruined it for me.
No, I'm not ruining anything. I'm not ruining anything because I didn't tell you the ending. But I gotta say, watching this show, this was my favorite show out of all the shows. I didn't watch much TV before this podcast. You could go back probably in the other podcasts and see. And Scott always lectures me on the getting Netflix and stuff. But I didn't watch much TV, but I watched that show, and I only watched that show because I like that show a lot. So I have to say the ending of that. I don't know if you want to watch it, Scott, in your whole entire whenever you get time.
There's just too much stuff going to watch, and maybe I know you love it, but there's just so much stuff. There was a show someone was talking about at work today. Oh, what the heck was it? And I thought, Gotham. The guy at work was talking about Gotham. It's on Fox. And he keeps talking about it and talking about it. And I've been listening to Howard Stern, thanks to you. Thank you very much.
No problem.
God bless you. You're a wonderful human being. And I kiss the ground you walk on for letting me listen to Sirius Radio. Okay, but kissing out of the way. Howard Stern talks about Gotham. And he talks about how great it is. I watched it, and I think the first season, and I kind of lost interest. But anyways, again, long story longer. There's just so many shows to watch. I had to make a list on my phone. Okay, because I can never remember everything. So I kind of made a list of the shows that are interesting to me.
So, do you know what Gotham was about, or I can always look it up? Or...
Yeah, Gotham is about Batman.
Got it.
Yeah. Got it. Gotham is
Gotham for Batman. Oh,
I'm not. I don't know it all because I stopped watching pretty early on. But basically, it's Bruce Wayne as a kid, and in the first season, he's living with his mom and his dad and his butler Alfred, and there is Commissioner Gordon. It's basically he's like the main guy of the show, and he's just starting out on this police force. He works with this other guy, and along the way you see these criminals. Like the Penguin is in it, but it's like when he was young, and he wasn't the Penguin that you know. And then you see the Riddler, but he wasn't a bad guy. At least at the time that I seen him, he wasn't a bad guy. He actually worked at the police department. His name was Edward Nigma or something like that. At any rate, so that was and then Bruce Wayne is in it, and then they show his parents getting killed, and that's what. And Howard Stern talks about it, and the guy at work he was talking about it. So I have to see if it's available. First of all, I have to see if it's on Netflix. And
Yeah, because I was just about to ask, is it like in first season, second season, or
well, you
do
know
you
what? Now that
know?
I don't. Well, I think it's at least on its third season. I
Third
thought.
season? I've never heard of this show. What the
Well,
hell?
I'm typing in Netflix right now, and I'm going to see if it's on Netflix.
Because I'm like, man, oh, so it's on Fox. So, whoa, okay, go figure. See, that tells you how much I watch TV. I mean, unless it's on Netflix or on Amazon, I don't know about it.
Here it is. Yeah, it is on Netflix. Okay, so right now on Netflix, Gotham. How many seasons? Season one. Only season one.
Okay, so it's on
Okay.
season two. I'm surprised I didn't see this on
I
Netflix.
mean, I don't know.
Dang,
Well,
okay.
I don't know how many seasons there are, Brandon, but I can tell you I'm looking at Gotham on Netflix right now, and to me it looks like all that's available is oh my gosh, season one
Okay, so season
on
one already.
Netflix. So I don't know. I don't know if the TV show is on season two or if it's on season three. Now that I know it's here, I'm gonna try and watch it. I know Will Smith's wife is on the show. She was on. Oh my god, there's 22 episodes. Oh, and they're 43 minutes apiece. Oh my god, how am I gonna?
Oh, wow. Well, no wonder it's on the first season.
Yeah, I thought I don't know.
Wow.
I mean I truly don't know enough about the show to comment
I'm
other
looking
than
at it right now too.
people have talked a lot about it. So
Oh man. Okay,
I'll
okay.
put this on
Gotham.
the list. So that is
Yes.
Gotham and Pee Wee Thumbs Up. And what else did you? What other shows did
I
you
was
have
gonna
listed you want
watch
to
it.
talk about?
I was gonna talk about Daredevil. Did you? Are you even interested, or do you wanna?
I am absolutely interested. I watched the first season, and I love the
Yeah, I
first
love the
season of
first season too.
Daredevil. Uh, it had its problems. I mean, there was too many times where I kind of lost interest. I mean, I watched the whole thing and I enjoyed it, but there's too many parts, there are too many times in the run of the series where I just got bored. Like, I don't know, it was just kind of it was slow, is what it was. No, I haven't watched a second of this current season two, but it looks amazing. I mean, it looks like they've added a lot to it. They've added the Punisher, which is
Ooh.
a vigilante, and they added Elektra, which I don't know a lot about Elektra. She was in that Daredevil movie, but it's been years since I saw it.
Yeah, I never.
Um, but it really looks amazing, and I'm hoping that they fix the issue of it being slow and kind of boring
Like
at
Jessica
times.
Jones wasn't slow, so
Not at all. I was
eh,
talking about Jessica Jones at work today. How much I love Jessica Jones.
you're
Yeah,
still on. Everybody's probably like, is he still talking about it? That was like
I
four
loved
months ago.
Jessica Jones was so good, so good.
It was good. I
Before I forget, Luke Cage is supposed to be coming out. They're doing a show about Luke Cage, who's on Jessica Jones, and I can't remember if and it's going to be on Netflix, a Luke Cage show. But I don't know. Have you heard about that?
yes, I did actually. I did see an article. I think he
I don't.
is. I think he's in Daredevil. I think too. I'm not sure.
I don't know, but I do. I think I read somewhere where at the end of after the credits roll, maybe they. I thought the article that I read said that they have a preview of the upcoming season. Maybe he's in the season. I don't know.
Shoot.
He could be in the show. I don't know. But
Maybe
I thought I
I.
read that after the credits roll in one of those episodes that you get to see behind, something about Luke Cage show. But yeah, that's another show I'm looking forward to seeing because he was cool, Jessica
Yeah, he
Jones.
was. Yeah. That's a show I'd be. But I thought maybe he was in. He was gonna be in. See, I haven't seen a second of this either. But I thought he was in Daredevil too, or somewhere in Daredevil, because they were saying that he gave away something about he gave away something. The guy who plays Luke Cage, but I just briefly passed. I didn't even put it on Tech Pop Boom. I should have put it on Tech Pop Boom, but I didn't. Um, but if I find that article, I will. But yeah, that would be a great. Oh man, I'd be. Hopefully, yeah. I'm hoping it's not slow though, because sometimes people they overdo shows. If you notice that they'll go into
Yeah.
each
Oh,
one and then they
absolutely.
overdo it, they
Yeah.
kill it,
Yeah.
and then you kind of go back and you're trying to
Well,
watch the other one, and it's like
that's why
crappy.
we're gonna have to have this episode be a short episode because now I really want to watch it.
The Daredevil. Yeah, we're
So
gonna have to.
that's this week's episode, everybody.
Yeah, yeah,
We'll see
right.
you
Yeah,
next week.
okay.
And
Yeah, we're gonna go watch Daredevil. We'll be back next in 2 weeks. No, no.
cheers.
But
Hmm.
okay, so Daredevil. Okay, I'm gonna have to watch that after. Shoot, I got a lot of shows to watch.
You know what? I actually, and I think since the last time I saw you, I went to the movies and I saw that Cloverfield 10.
Oh, how did you
What's
like
it called? I forgot what it's called. 10 Cloverfield Lane. That's what it's called.
What did you think?
I thought it was good. I, I I shouldn't say it wasn't what I expected, but I thought it would be different. By the time the movie was done, I still had questions. Like I didn't.
Just like the last movie.
Yeah, but the last movie you at least had an idea. I mean, it was all camcorders. It
Yeah.
was on cam. If you were
That was
around
the
with their digital
sweetest
cameras,
part.
and by the end of the movie, you knew that there were aliens or there was some sort of war. With this one, you wouldn't even have to see the first movie. It's not even really a true sequel, but it was good. I'm prolonging this review. It was good. It was fun, but I wish it would have answered all the questions it brought up because I can't. I don't know if they're going to continue this Cloverfield Lane thing and a couple more movies. But I thought John Goodman was really cool. And it was great. It was fun. It was a good movie. It was a good movie to check out. I thought the ending was really sweet. A good ending to this movie.
I thought
And also, I think if you haven't seen it, Brandon,
I've seen the first one.
not that me telling you to go see a movie ever worked in the past,
No, it didn't work.
but I think this is definitely a movie you would like. If you went to the show, you would definitely enjoy it.
Okay. I was thinking about seeing it anyway. I did try to go see Star Wars, man. It's just they weren't showing it. I did. No, I swear I did. What I said, I mean, and it wasn't there, and I didn't want to drive all the way to AMC 30 to go see it. But no, see, I liked the last one. Was because I knew exactly how long a DVR tape lasts in a video, right? You go watch that movie, the exact ending when the camera cuts off is exactly how much tape is in a DVR tape.
Oh,
I
that's
could have
funny.
died. I could have, because I was sitting there watching it, and I'm like, okay, the tape is about to run. If this is in a video camera, it's one of those things that you if as a regular person would have not noticed. But I'm sitting here going, okay. The DVR, I'm not gonna give away the ending, but I'm like, okay, so we're at one. It was like almost 50. It was 50 or 45 minutes. I'm thinking, okay, the DVR tape. If this DVR tape doesn't end at 59 something, 50, I think 58 something, then you know what? Then this movie's full of shit. I'm not gonna watch it because there's no way a DVR tape lasts longer than that. Okay, so I'm sitting there watching and. Soon as it got to like exactly on the DVR tape, you go back and watch that movie. That is how long a DVR tape that at that time lasts. And I was like, oh my god, this is perfect. Because because when oh shoot, I don't want to give away the ending, so never mind. But yeah,
it was good.
It was great. It was great. So I like that movie too. So okay, I might go see that. Go see it. I might go see it now. Yeah.
Very cool.
So,
any other shows or movies you want to talk about before we move on?
You know what? I'm trying to think.
There's shows I'm currently watching. Let's go through that real quick.
Yeah.
There's a show on a TV show, a channel called Pop, which I just discovered is on my cable service. I didn't realize. There's a show called Schitt's Creek. Which
really?
Says, Eugene Levy, his son. I can't remember the actress's name, but and shame on me for not knowing. But it's a very, very funny movie. Not a movie, a very funny show. It's called Schitt's Creek. Look it up. It's definitely worth checking out. I'm watching The Last Man on Earth. That's another good show. I like that. That's kind of funny. I'm watching Vinyl on HBO.
Okay.
That's a definite thumbs up. The People versus O.J. Simpson. I'm enjoying that.
Okay.
Shameless. How can you know of Shameless? I mentioned it before, but for anyone who hasn't seen it, watch Angie Tribeca on TBS. It is laugh out loud hysterical. Angie Tribeca, TBS. Look it up, check it out. You will not be disappointed. Of course, Walking Dead.
Walking Dead,
And
yeah.
yeah, I think that is pretty much. I'm not sure there's more. How about you?
No, me, I haven't actually. I watched House of Cards. I did finish that finally.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna go to maybe. I am on Chuck, as I said earlier. I'm watching all of that.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna watch like. I guess the next one's Better Call Saul. I got. Well, no. Now I gotta watch. Now I gotta watch Daredevil. So see, every time they come up
Yeah.
with new stuff. But okay, what about Amazon's Brock, or what's that show? That detective show. What do you?
Oh, yeah. And you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah.
My Amazon subscription ran out, so and I haven't renewed it yet, so I haven't had Amazon for the past month. But I did read online today, and I'm sure you'll be very happy to know, because I know you liked the last season.
Yeah.
Um, April 1st, the second season of Catastrophe is supposed to start.
Catastrophe.
Do you remember
Oh,
Catastrophe?
I don't
But that
remember.
girl, the guy and the girl. There was only 6 episodes. Probably don't remember it. They were dating. She's like, I think she's Australian
Oh,
or
that's
Irish
right.
or something.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes. I remember it. I remember it. I remember it. Yeah, and he's American, and then
yeah.
he gets. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So.
And she thought she got pregnant or something, and I don't remember the whole story. But it was only 6 episodes long. That was anyway. The new season starts, I believe, April 1st.
Oh, I do want to watch. I do want to. That was really good.
Mm-hmm.
That was
I
really,
agree.
really good. Okay,
I
hopefully it's
agree.
longer than six. Hopefully it's longer than six
I
episodes.
agree. That was very disappointing. It was so good. Maybe that's why it was so good, because it didn't last long.
It
But
didn't last long, but you wanted
yeah,
more. It was like,
yeah.
oh man, it's only six. What the hell?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
yeah, so okay, I'm definitely okay when that comes up. I'm definitely gonna watch that. What did you think
Mm-hmm.
about? Do you know? Have you heard of like? Okay, there was a show between that was on Netflix. About it's about these kids who anyone who's under 21 die. Everyone who's over 21 dies, and all the
What's the
kids
name
are
of it?
left. It's called Between. It was only one season of it.
Between
Yeah,
on Netflix.
on Netflix. Yeah,
When did this come out?
this came out. We talked about it on like maybe about a year ago on our show.
Hold
And
on.
so far I haven't seen any more, and I really really want that show. I want it to continue because it kind of
Oh, that was that show when
ends.
it first came out. They did it. They didn't release them all at once. They released them one by one,
Yes,
right?
yes, yeah. They reached them like
And
little bit at a time.
yeah, that's another show. It's only got 6 episodes. I didn't watch it. I'm looking at Netflix now. It looks interesting, but I remember at the time I watched it and I gave up on it.
Oh, you
So
shouldn't have
I
given
I
up
have
on that
no
one.
information. No, okay, well, maybe
Oh, you
you know what? I'm
shouldn't.
going to save it.
Save
I'll
it,
save it to
yeah.
my list. I'm going
Save
to do
it
that.
because that show I actually am waiting for. I actually have it on my list, and I'm
All right.
sitting here going, okay, I'm gonna I'm waiting for it to tell me new episodes, and it hasn't, and it's been almost a year yet. And I kind of looked it up, but I didn't know if you saw anything or anything like that. But oh, another one I want to ask you, since you're part of this generation that was you're a little older than me. Do you remember Freaks and Geeks?
Yes. One of the things I specifically remembered about Freaks and Geeks is it took place in the area I grew up at, literally like in Clinton Township, Michigan. And
Really?
yeah, because the reason I know that is because Paul Feig, the director, who at the time he was part of Freaks and Geeks. I think he was involved. I don't know if he was a writer or director, or whatever. But him, and I think Judd. What's the guy's name?
Judge Apatow. Yeah, the
They
one.
both
That's
they
why.
they both they both did Freaks and Geeks. But I don't know if you know this. Paul Feig, again, he did Bridesmaids, and he's doing the upcoming Ghostbusters movie that's coming out
Yeah.
this summer. Which, by the way, it does not look good, but that's another story. Um,
I
anyway,
was gonna
Paul
see it.
Feig, his father owned a military shop in Mount Clemens, and he grew up around here. Paul Feig, he grew up right where I grew up at, and in Freaks and Geeks, they mentioned a music store, which is, I'm not going to name it by name because I used to go there all the time when I was in bands, and they ended up being kind of, anyways, it's another story. Anyways, they mentioned a music store that that I used to shop at when I was a kid, and they mentioned a bar I used to go to. So I'm very familiar with Freaks and Geeks. It really hit close to home.
Because it came up on my list. You know how it tells me what show? Because I watched Love. Because I watched Love, here are other shows you can watch. And
Oh, Brandon, if you have not seen Freaks and
I've
Geeks,
never seen Freaks and Geeks.
turn off this podcast now and go watch Freaks and Geeks.
Okay,
It's definitely worth checking out. And if you don't know anything about it, it's got all these guys that have since gone on to these. They've since gone on to very successful careers, and you'll be amazed at how young they are. And it's a great show. It's a really good show. One of those shows that it boggles your mind. Like, why would they stop this show? Why would the show get canceled? But it did. It was a great show.
It was probably on Fox. Was it on Fox?
I don't
probably
remember
was.
If it was on Fox. I don't remember.
Because I'm looking at it, 1999, that was when a lot of good shows got canceled. Like that one, Firefly, shoot, I can name like 50 other ones. Maybe because they were on Fox, because Fox just didn't let anything last at that time. Living Color, they just took over and destroyed it. But a lot of those shows. So okay, it just came up and it was like, hey, do you want to? Here, since you watched Love, and I'm like, Freaks and Geeks. This sounds interesting.
Yeah, you're gonna want to watch that one. That was a good one.
Okay, so I'm gonna put it on my list because I wanted to ask you about it. So that's why I was gonna ask.
Yes.
You. Okay.
Yep.
So let me. Oh, the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt's supposed to come out. I think.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, when does that start?
You know what? I had it on my list and I got rid of it.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
You didn't like it?
No. I love it. It's on my list, but it's supposed to. I heard an article that it's supposed to come out. I'm typing it right now to see. Unbreakable, to tell everybody when. Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Oh yeah, season 2. Okay, here we go. It's supposed to come out in April. It says
nice.
April. This is April. Sometime in April. That's what it says right here.
Cool.
So that's supposed to come out soon. So I can't wait for that one. No, it's on my list. So no, I mean that's really it for my shows. Okay, so I put on my list. Okay, let's see here. So I got to watch by next week: Daredevil, Freaks and Geeks, and okay, forget about Fuller House. So get rid of that, right? Okay.
I don't recommend it. I mean, watch it if you want to, but I couldn't get through it. It was absolutely terrible.
And Pee-wee's Big Holiday, which I was going to watch anyway.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Deal. Okay. So if you don't have anything else, I guess I'll do my tech news, I guess.
Oh, ready?
Okay, so here's my tech news.
Tech news, yep.
Okay, so today, Windows Phone.
Oh, I'm sorry. Continue, Brian. I didn't realize that was
sorry.
on.
You know, since I did that to you one time, you could do that one time. You owe me one. Yeah. So I did that to his music news one podcast. Okay. So Windows Phone 10. I finally came out for a list of phones, which I will post on techpopboom.com, and I will post it on Facebook. And one of the phones that are on there was my phone. So I downloaded it today, and I've been playing with it all day. And I've got to say, Windows Phone 10 has the new emojis, so I can give people the middle finger. Only on this phone though. It's too bad I can't.
Oh, nice.
So I can give you the middle finger. I can send it to you one right now. It's like it's a little different. You know what? It's taking some getting used to. I do have to say that it looks the same as Windows 10. It kind of has the same drop down menu, the same start menu. It's you know what? I've got to say, I wish there were more apps on here. I would use this phone more if it was more apps, but they finally got a Facebook app. The Facebook app was done by Microsoft on 8.1. That was Windows 8.1. So That's pretty cool. The Outlook is updated. It's not like that crappy. It looks really good when you open Outlook now. The Edge browser is there instead of the Internet Explorer. Okay, I don't know how I feel about Edge. That okay, it needs to work, but hey, it
Mm-hmm.
works. Um, and the cloud. And you can put now the whole picture. I'll post what when if you want to read about Windows Phone. I'll let you guys read about it, or you can go Wikipedia and type Windows Phone 10 if you want to. But I like it. It's just I wish there was more apps. Cortana is a little different. Cortana is the same as Windows 10 on my computer, so I just wish. You know what I wish? Here's the thing. I hope they change this. Is that I wish that your Windows 10 syncs with every computer in their home. Okay, so when you put your password in and you put your thing, my desktop is the same on every computer. Okay, I have two computers, so I wish that it would port my desktop would pattern or whatever was on my desktop. The picture would port over to my phone. I thought it would do that because since my computer did it, I don't know why my phone wouldn't do it. I don't get that part. Other than
Hmm.
that, I like it. If you, it's just the apps. I think that's the one downfall about getting this phone, everyone.
Well, that's the whole reason of getting a phone, so you can have
Is
this.
so you
It's
can
a
have the
smartphone.
apps.
Yeah.
They need to get with Google. Like Apple. Like Apple has Google
Yeah.
Apps. They
I
that's what
think
I think
I
they
think
need.
Windows needs to concentrate on one thing and stop trying to do too many things.
I
They need to work on their desktops and laptops and whatever.
well
Stop
the,
trying to compete with everyone else.
they kind of the new guy kind of did that. The I forgot his name, the new CEO, because Steve Ballmer, he left, and then there's another guy who took over. I can't remember his name at the moment, but that was his goal was
Does
to.
Steve Jobs still have a say in Microsoft?
Oh, you mean Bill Gates? You mean Steve Jobs is dead?
That's
I
yeah,
mean,
you're
I
right.
guess
That's
from the
yeah.
grave. I mean, he did. Yeah, from the
That's I
grave he
meant
did.
yeah. Does he still have a say in Microsoft?
Yes and no. He kind of is doing his own thing. Like he's doing like he has so much money, so he's spreading it around the world and trying to say he has a fund. He has a fund. But yes, he actually can step his foot in because I think he owns the most shares. I'm not sure. I read that somewhere. I don't know what it is now, but I think no, Steve Ballmer still owns the most shares. That's right. Steve Ballmer, I think, owns. I think he sold. I think Bill Gates sold his. I think, but I'm not sure. But he still has. I think he still has a say. I think if he walked in, everybody would, and he said, "I want Windows 10 to be this." I think they would do it. I mean, why wouldn't you? Well, okay, well, Steve Jobs didn't have that when he had Apple, though. He got
Yeah.
kicked out, and then they gave him the middle finger until he came back and fired everybody. I think. Wait, no, he didn't fire everybody. But yeah, no, I didn't think he had a say. I mean, because he funded the company. Steve Wozniak I don't know if Steve Wozniak has say in Apple either. You know.
Huh. That's interesting.
I don't think he does either. So I don't know. But the guy now has new CEO. He kind of decided instead of having all these different operating systems, which Microsoft did, they had the Xbox operating system, they had the Windows Phone operating, which Windows Phone, and then they had the Windows, and then they had all this crap. He says, no, 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 we're not going to do this anymore. We're going to make Windows 10 okay, will be our standard platform. It's on the Xbox One, it's on the computer, and then now they finally switched over our phones to Windows 10. So all of them are now running the same operating system that's on my phone. It's the same operating system I'm using to do this podcast. It's this exact same, the kernel the same, everything. So it's really cool to know I'm holding a Windows operating system in my hand right now.
Yeah.
We're technology today, but that's really it about the phone. I just thought I might want to say if anybody who has Windows Phone, you have to go and download the well, I'll just put it on Tech Pop Boom. But there's an app you got to download first
Mm-hmm.
that lets you know that if your phone is compatible to get Windows 10, and if it is, it will automatically download it. So
Speaking of the website, if you haven't already done so, please go to www.techpopboom, which is our official website,
yep,
techpopboom.com. And on that website, you'll find links to all of the platforms: Facebook, Google Plus, iTunes, YouTube. They're all at the top of the page. Brandon, I think he did a great job putting the website together. While you're there, go to our Facebook page, click on the Facebook link, and hit the like button, and you'll keep up to date with all the latest stuff. And you can go to iTunes. You can subscribe to the show, and every time a new episode's available, it'll magically appear on your device of choice, and you can listen to us idiots talk every time we have a new show.
yes, you can.
Mm-hmm.
And you can, if you go to Tech Pop Boom, I keep it fairly updated. The not the website, but the Facebook. Keep it updated. I give you
Yep.
all the Google news. I mean, all not Google, everything. I give you Google, Apple, all the tech news is on there, and even Netflix and Amazon news. I will even throw those in there too sometimes. I forgot to ask about this. This was speaking about Tech Pop Boom. Did you see the article I put on about J.J. Abrams why he's not doing another Star Wars film? And how do you feel about that? Since I have not seen Star Wars.
I don't know if I read. What was his reasoning? I don't know if I read that or not.
He said he wanted to do something new, something different.
Well, I knew. I mean, I always knew that he wasn't going to do any more because I know they're only doing 3 that relate to the Star Wars trilogy currently.
Yeah.
They're doing. I mean, they're going to do other Star Wars type movies, but only the ones that involve the storyline with Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia. They're going to do 2 more, and they have a different director for every one. So I knew he wouldn't be doing any more. No, he's still involved. He's still like an executive producer.
Oh yeah, he's still executive producer. Yeah.
Right. But I have no problem. I thought he did a really great job. I mean, you wouldn't know because you didn't see it, you bastard.
I didn't see it now.
It was he did a great job. And absolutely, why would he? Why would he want to do another Star Wars? I mean, he took a huge gamble directing this movie. This is fucking.
Yeah.
Pardon my language.
No, that's okay. It's explicit.
This is Star Wars. I mean, this is the biggest fanboy movie of all movies ever. This is like the Beatle of movies, And for someone to stand up and say, "Okay, yeah, I'll direct the next one," that guy's got the biggest balls of anybody.
Yes.
He took a huge chance. I mean, this thing could have bombed.
Yeah, it could have.
It was great. It was a great movie, and I loved it. So why would you take that chance again? Say, you know what? Is lightning going to strike twice? Let's see. No, it's not. You did it once. Good for you. Go sit down. Let someone else try it. So I think that's great.
Yeah, I see. Okay, for me, I have a whole different reaction. I thought you'd been pissed, but see, when he left Star Trek for Star Wars, I'm pretty hurt and pretty pissed by that because I said, "Oh my god!"
The new Star Trek preview didn't look as epic as I shouldn't say as epic as. I don't know. What did you? I mean, I didn't think it looked as good as the preview, anyways. So it didn't look to be as good as the first 2, but who knows? The movie's not out yet.
Yeah, the movie's not out yet. Oh, I know where should be in tech news, but I'm sorry. but sorry, because everybody's like, "What the hell?" We just went, yeah, sorry. But I meant to say this earlier. But I don't know. Just the Star Trek. It looks. It's a new guy running. He's still in charge of it. I mean, J.J. Abrams is still there. It's just that I will go see it no matter what. I'll still go. But I was really angry when he went. I mean, I understand that they gave him a Brinks truck of money and said, "Okay, we trust you to do our next Star Wars movie." If anybody, that's got to be like a weight on your shoulders. You have to live up to an expert. I totally get that. But he changed Star Trek to make everyone like it. I mean, everyone hated him. Now people who didn't even like Star Trek, who said, ugh, yeah, I don't want
Me,
to
and I'm a perfect example of that because I could have cared less about Star
yeah, and I
Trek.
know somebody else too who could have cared
Yeah.
less, who sat there and said, "Oh my God, this Star Trek, wow!" You know, he made everybody love. So for it hurt when he wasn't doing the other movies. So I added that because I wanted to ask your opinion on that. But okay, so that's what else is on. That's okay. That's on Tech Pop Boom if you want to read the article. Okay, so back to tech news. I'm sorry. So I also posted on there that do you know that 95% of iPhones are encrypted and only 90% of Android phones are not? Now I read this article and I was shocked because I was like, oh wow. And you know what? They're right. A lot of people Apple will their iPhones are encrypted by default. As to where Android phones, you have to turn it on if you have Lollipop and up. So I was like, wow. See, my phone's encrypted, but when I purposely did it. But if I had just didn't know the encryption was in there, I don't think my phone would be encrypted. But the Windows phone is automatically encrypted, by the way. So you don't have, there's no button. It's encrypted by default. So, you know, for those of you on Windows phone, just like Apple. So there it's so I was just thought I would put that article on there because it kind of shocked me a little bit for anybody who wants to read it, who owns an iPhone. And the last one I was thinking, oh, yes, there's also one more thing on Tech Pop Boom. You have to go if you don't want to go to Tech Pop Boom for anything else, go for this article, okay? And Tech Pop Boom on Facebook. And if you scroll down, it's the one that says, I got hacked mid-air while writing an Apple FBI story. Okay? And it's a video on there that I would play it now, but I'll let you guys go to it. But it's a guy who talks about how he was writing the story, and he worked for USA Today, I think. And he's writing this story, and a guy hacked into his computer. And when he got off the plane, the guy comes to him and says, "Well, I read a couple of your emails and everything else, and you know," and he was shocked. And he says, "Well, you know," he was like kind of wondering why he did it. And he says, "Well, I wanted you to feel how, since you were writing the story, because he didn't know, the guy knew he was writing the story, and he was like, wait, the guy's behind me. How does he know what was on my computer?" And he told me he did it so he would know how it felt if somebody was looking in your device, you know, and it made him think about it. And so he wrote this perfect article right there about why why he's on Apple's side now, because he said he felt kind of naked, you know, he felt kind of that somebody somebody was in his laptop and could read anything. I would play it, but Scott's not going to be able to hear it, so I'll just let you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he won't be able to comment on it. So, yeah, but go there and click on it. It's I got hacked in midair while right. I'll actually put a little comment on it here. Here, this is what we talked about on our show. And last on my tech news is, since I own this, I thought I'd share it with everyone. Nest has begun tracking your phone's location to figure out if you're home or not. Now, yeah, they decided to do this, and I'm so glad they are doing this, because I work, of course, I work nights. So what happens is that when it's auto on, it doesn't think I'm at home because I'm asleep, and my temperature goes down in my house because people are at work. So the auto, it doesn't sense that I'm walking around. Of course I'm not walking around, I'm asleep. So when I get up, it's like you know, 60 or whatever temperature it would be I want it to be when I'm not at home. So this and so then when I'm at work, it doesn't auto cut off at night because it knows that you're asleep. Well, it's the opposite.
Yeah.
So I always had the auto off, and I just had it set up to what time I want it to cut on, cut off, what temperature I want it to. Okay. But now that this has happened, I said, okay, cool. So I cut off that part of it. And I cut on my auto location, and so it'll automatically come on when I take my phone out of the house. It'll automatically go to auto, and then my temperature goes down. And when I come back, my heat comes back on. The problem is with this is it doesn't work very well, because so far it hasn't worked. Well, maybe like twice it's come on, and I think it's something wrong with my phone. Or maybe it's taking too long for it to go to the Nest, my thermostat, and I don't know thermostat, but I don't know. It just okay. Maybe I need to work on something, and I tried to, but I put that article there. But that's really it for tech news.
Music news. I don't really have anything. I've been listening, and I'm going to skip music news this week because the stuff I had to listen to, I don't think people would be interested in.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, there is an artist from the UK. His name is Ginger Wildheart. He's one of my favorites, and he did a new project called Hey Hello. And this is his second Hey Hello project, but the singer this week they announced the singer had left the band, but the album is it's not even out yet. Anyways, it's great. The new album's called Hey Hello 2, and it's, oh my god, it's so good. It's like power pop, but it's so good. I could go on and on and on about Ginger Wildheart, but I would bore the living pants off of you. So, but if anyone is a big music nerd and they just want to discover some really good music, look up Ginger Wildheart and look up Hey Hello. This new project is called Hey Hello 2, spelled T-O-O, Hey Hello 2. That's the name of the album, too, because it's the second album. Great. I cannot say enough good things about Hey Hello 2. Great album. A bunch of other releases came out, but I don't have them in front of me, and I'll just leave it at Hey Hello 2 because it really is worthy. Great stuff.
Ooh, okay. Oh, I wanted to mention something else. I actually downloaded Minecraft.
Oh, really?
About maybe a week ago. I want to say a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Yeah. And I don't know if you I was curious on if you have it or not, or if your son played Minecraft or not.
No. I know exactly what it is, but no, we don't play it.
It has a great score, by the way. Speaking of, since we're on music, but you should. It's cool. But it took me a while. I just wish that the keys were different, because playing it on a Windows computer is kind of weird to me. It's, without a control, but. I have built me a whole entire city right now, so I'm pretty good, and I even got where like horses and stuff to in a like a little fenced off slaughter, and I can cook them. I made a stove and everything, so I thought it was pretty cool. I just wanted to say, if anybody with Minecraft, that I like that game. It lives all right up to the hype, and I'm not a gaming person, yeah. but whatever. But I guess that's it for me. Or is that anything else you want to add?
No, that's all I have to offer.
Okay.
Thank you for everyone for listening to the show. Make sure to go to iTunes, hit the subscribe button, go to Facebook, hit the like button, and we will see you in a few weeks' time.
Yes. Peace, everybody.
Later, Brandon.